Welcome to the month of February. February, of course, is the month of St. Valentine's Day, the month of love. And my message this month is love well. Many years ago, Deb and I had moved to Montreal, and we were trying to find a church home. And we ran into a pastor by the name of Lorenzo de la Foresta. And he said in his message, "When I meet my maker, I would rather have erred on the side of love than on the side of judgment." And it was that message that not only challenged both of us, but also invited both of us to become members of that church. That is something I want to live for. I would rather always err on the side of love than on the side of judgment. I want to be remembered at the end of my life as a man who loved well. But I want to remind you, or perhaps tell you for the first time for some of you, that love is not a feeling. Love is actually an action. We presume that we act because of how we feel, but in fact, we often feel because of the way we act. More than a century ago, a philosopher by the name of William James said, "Action seems to follow feeling, but really action and feeling go together. By regulating the action, which is under the control of your will, you can indirectly regulate the feeling, which is actually not." Bob Goff, in his book Love Does, says he uses this strategy all the time. If he feels shy, then he acts friendly. If he feels irritated, then he acts lovingly. Dr. Jerome Bruner, another psychologist from Harvard University, said you're more likely to act yourself into a feeling than to feel your way into an action. Actions, I think about this a lot. How many of you have had someone in your life, maybe even a spouse, say to you, "Don't tell me how you love me, show me how you love me"? John Maxwell always says, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." What does that mean? It means that we have to show love. In loving well, we have to show love, and oftentimes that involves sacrifice. Love without sacrifice is just being kind. There's got to be some kind of sacrifice, whether it's our own pride, giving up of our time, or giving up of even money to demonstrate love. I want to ask you today, this February the 1st, are you actually ready to demonstrate real love this month? Even perhaps make some sacrifices to show that love. I ask you this, how do people in your life show you love today? What kind of actions do they take when you think about that? Now let's convert that. I'd love you this day, February the 1st, to think of ways that you can show love this month. And I'd love you to write those down. By March 1st, I truly want people to hear your name and say, "Yep, good person. They love well." Keep shining and be that loving light.